What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm giving you the official results from AEW All In at London's Wembley Stadium from Sunday, August 27th. I'm also going to be giving you kind of what my predictions were, and we're kind of going to go over if I was wrong or right about them. So yeah, I just want to say this show was fantastic. So before we talk about the matches, the pre-show was really cool. There was Jeff Jarrett versus Big Show Paul White and Grado. Grado is a really cool wrestler. He was making his AEW debut. He grabbed Jeff Jarrett's guitar and hit Jarrett with it. Big Show Paul White was amazing. Now, the first match of AEW All In was on the 0 Hour program at 5 PM UK time, and this was for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship. This was between the champions Aussie Open versus Better Than You Baby, MJF, and Adam Cole. Now, my main prediction for this match was I thought that MJF and Adam Cole would actually lose. I thought Aussie Open would beat them. But it turns out I was wrong. And yeah, in the end, MJF and Adam Cole, Better Than You Baby, became the new Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions here at AEW All In London's Wembley Stadium. This was such a good match between all four competitors. I mean, I did think, in the back of my mind, I really did want MJF and Adam Cole to win, but I didn't think they would. But they ended up winning, and wow, I'm so happy they have. They are a great tag team, and their dynamic as friends is honestly really good. But yeah, that was the first match over on 0 Hour. We have one more match to talk about that happened on 0 Hour. Let's get into it. So, this match was for the FTW Championship. This was between Jack Perry, the FTW Champion, versus the cold hard handsome devil, Hook. Now, Hook himself is a former FTW Champion, and if Hook won, he would become a two-time FTW Champion. This match between the pair was so good. So, Jack Perry kind of went to the arena in a limousine. I mean, that's how he arrived to Wembley Stadium, which was pretty cool of him. He obviously is the FTW champion. I honestly really do like Jack Perry. I think he is just an amazing wrestler. And as the FTW champion, it is really cool to see him, finally win gold. I mean, he kind of hates that championship, so, that's why he wanted to retire it. But in the end, the handsome devil Hook, he beat Jack Perry, and he is now the new FTW champion. I say new, it kind of means he is a two-time FTW champion. Really proud of Hook, and everyone in the arena was so happy. I mean, I heard Taz, which is Hook's father. I heard him on the mic, so happy, which was quite funny. But the next match happened between two wrestling icons, CM Punk, the real world champion, versus Samoa Joe, the Ring of Honor television champion. Now, this match was for the real world championship. So it honestly was one of the coolest matches, one of the most intense matches. I mean, these two have got one of the biggest rivalries. Look at this, these two people right here in the ring. So many years of friendship, rivalry. It is intense. I mean, look at that. I mean, it was such a great, fantastic match. Samoa Joe, he was doing fantastic in the match. And I honestly thought that Samoa Joe would end up beating CM Punk. But in the end, a fully bloodied CM Punk ended up winning, and he kept the real world championship. Now, everybody is talking about this. Yes, the backstage fight between CM Punk and Jack Perry. These two had a little backstage fight with CM Punk reportedly choking out Jack Perry. Now, this was a really cool match, but a lot of people have said that this one backstage brawl kind of tarnished the reputation of AEW All In at London. So the next match was the Stadium Stampede between the Blackpool Combat Club, consisting of John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta, and Santana and Ortiz versus Eddie Kingston, Penta El Zero Miedo, the Best Friends, Trent Beretta on the left, Chuck Taylor on the right, and in the middle, the AEW International Champion, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. So in this match, I predicted that Best Friends, Orange Cassidy, Penta El Zero Miedo, and Eddie Kingston would win this Stadium Stampede, and I was right, they did. Eddie Kingston was doing amazing in this fight. He was attacking Wheeler, Moxley, Claudio. He was just going after everyone. He wanted just revenge. Penta was amazing as well. Shame he kind of got knocked out in the beginning. Orange Cassidy was just being a goofball. He's sticking his hands in his pockets, which is called his sloth style. Eddie Kingston slammed Moxley through a barbed wire table. They both kind of hit the table as well. And Orange Cassidy, he was covered in blood, but something he did was he got some shards of broken glass. He stuck it to his arm tape, and basically he did an orange punch to Claudio, pinned Claudio, and got the win. In the end, Orange Cassidy, Best Friends, Kingston, and Penta got the win in the Stadium Stampede. So the next match was between the Golden Elite, Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, and Kota Ibushi versus Bullet Club's Switchblade Jay White, Rock Hard Juice Robinson, and Konosuke Takeshita. Now this was a fantastic match. In my prediction, I thought the Golden Elite would beat Takeshita and White and Juice Robinson. But this was a fantastic match. Hangman Adam Page honestly was really good in this fight. Jay White was good for the other team. In the end, Switchblade Jay White, Rock Hard Juice Robinson, and Konosuke Takeshita beat the Golden Elite, which was a bit of a surprise because I didn't think they would win. The next match was the coffin match, and this was Darby Allin and the Icon Sting versus Swerve Strickland and Christian Cage, the self-proclaimed TNT champion, even though he's not actually the TNT champion. That is Luchasaurus who is. This was a really good match, and in my prediction, I predicted that Darby Allin and Sting would win. Christian Cage was really good in this fight. This was him nearly going into the coffin. He ended up going into the coffin. I just want to say that Sting was amazing. I mean, Sting is such an icon in professional wrestling. I mean, he's a WWE legend. Nick Wayne tried to help out Darby and Sting, and he was just attacked by the TNT champion, Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus is Christian Cage's right-hand kind of man. Nick Wayne was just thrown onto Darby's skateboard. I mean, you know, there's some person you don't want to mess with, and that's Luchasaurus. But in the end, Darby and Sting got the win. Sting grabbing the coffin, putting Swerve Strickland in that coffin, closing the lid, and getting the win for the team. So yeah, that coffin match was amazing. I do like coffin matches. You know, Darby was going crazy with the Scorpion Death drops and the coffin drops. The next match was for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. This was between the champions FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler versus the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson, who, wow, this was an amazing match. Now, my main prediction was that the Young Bucks were going to beat FTR. They were doing amazing in this match. But unfortunately, when FTR pull out this finisher, you know you're kind of done for. And the Young Bucks lost to FTR. FTR keeping their championship. Thoroughly deserved though, because FTR, they are a fantastic team. Both teams were amazing. The next match was between Chris Jericho, the Ocho, versus Will Ospreay. Now, this fight I think people were thinking what was like the best fights of AEW All In. This was definitely up there. Both competitors could have won. I mean, this match was going anyway. Anyone could have got that win. Jericho was doing fantastic. I predicted Ospreay to win. Jericho's band Fozzy, they showed up and they did a nice special performance. Chris Jericho also paid tribute to former WWE wrestler Bray Wyatt, who very sadly passed away a couple of days ago. And Jericho and his band were doing amazing. Jericho walked out to his Judas song, which him and his band Fozzy did. And they played it live while he walked out. Jericho was doing amazing in this match. And a lot of people thought that, hey, Jericho was going to get this win. However, in the end, Will Ospreay said, nope, you're not getting that win. I am. He literally used some of his great moves. Will Ospreay had some great moves and won. In the end, there's a bit of tension between the Spanish god Sammy Guevara and the Ocho Chris Jericho. Sammy tried to give him a help and a comfort, and Jericho pushed him away. The next match was for the AEW World Trio Championship. The House of Black were champions versus the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. Now, my prediction was that the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn were going to win this trios match, and I wasn't wrong. One of the most memorable moments was Anthony Bowens performing the Sesame Timbers on Julia Hart. She tried to come out and cause some trouble, but it didn't really work for her. Another really cool moment was Max Caster performing the mic drop on Brody King. When Max pulls off that mic drop, you know they're going to win. In the end, the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn got the win, and they are your new AEW World Trios Champions. Next match was for the AEW Women's World Championship. This was between the champion Hikaru Shida, former AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm from the Outcasts, a former AEW Women's World Champion Dr. Britt Baker DMD, and another member of the Outcasts, Saraya. Now, my prediction was that I wanted Saraya to win. A lot of the UK fans also wanted her to win. This match was incredible between all four women. The women's division is really good in AEW. This was Dr. Britt Baker doing an amazing head stomp on Toni Storm, kind of being assisted by Saraya herself. There was a lot of tension between Saraya and Toni Storm, both members of the Outcasts with Ruby Soho. Ruby Soho had to run down the ringside and try and play peacemaker with these two. Saraya grabbed the cold spray like mist thing, and she sprayed it all over Toni Storm. And in the end, Saraya won the match, and she is your new AEW Women's World Champion. I mean, she did it right in front of all her UK fans, and her family was also there. She did it right in front of her family. Wembley Stadium was buzzing that she won. I mean, and yeah, what a great time for Saraya being the new AEW Women's World Champion. I'm so happy that she did win it. And yeah, Saraya is the new AEW Women's World Champion. Awesome. Now we got to talk about the main event, MJF versus Adam Cole for the AEW World Championship. This match was absolutely amazing. MJF had a fantastic entrance, obviously holding his Ring of Honor belt that he got, and Adam Cole also walked into the arena with his belt as well. These two, really good, hey, let's just shake hands and be friendly together. But once these two got in the ring, it was a fantastic match. And I really wanted Adam Cole to win. Unfortunately, he lost, and MJF stayed as your world champion. This match was amazing, and what a great way to end AEW All In London Wembley Stadium. The next announcement was from Tony Khan, the CEO of AEW. He announced that AEW All In is coming back to Wembley Stadium 25th of August 2024. Hopefully I get a chance to go again next year, because this year was fantastic. I got to meet Bryce Remsburg and Aubrey Edwards, the referees. I got to meet Orange Cassidy, Adam Cole, Adam Page, CM Punk, and FTR, Saraya and Britt Baker. I also met the ring announcer, Justin Roberts. I want to say he's a really cool guy and an absolute legend. I met some of the commentators like Tony Schiavone and Excalibur, which was really awesome. If you guys did enjoy the video, a like is always appreciated. And if you want to see more wrestling content on the channel, then consider subscribing. Bye guys, and I'll see you in the next video.